Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
Aye, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now? Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric is fast becoming involved. First, on advice from Lum and Abner, Cedric asked Clarabelle Seastrunk to marry him. However, he rang the wrong number and proposed to someone known only as Miss W. Lum, in attempting to straighten this out, managed to get Cedric engaged to Charlie Redfield's daughter, Winifred. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store and library. Lum is talking on the phone. Listen.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm justice of the peace, all right, but I ain't going to marry Cedric and Winifred on Thursday or no other day. Well, of course, it's all a mistake, that's why. Besides, you can't set the date without Cedric's consent, no way. Well, now, listen, Charlie. Hello? Hello? Granny, that Charlie Redfield is the stubbornest one feller I've ever run up again.
He wants them to get married next Thursday, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's got it all planned out.
Huh.
Leastways, he thinks he has.
Well, what's he want you to do the marrying for? I thought he was going to get the preacher.
Well, the preacher can't get over here except on Sundays on account of the mileage rationing.
Oh, well, if Charlie asks you, why, you'll have to do it, won't you, Lum?
Well, I don't know. Seems like the justice of the peace ought to have some say around here.
Yeah, ought to. Or I believe that's our ring there.
You answered, Abner. It's more likely Charlie again. Ain't no use of me trying to reason with him. I can see that. He's bound and determined.
Hello. Jot 'em down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Why, sure, we're having a meeting tomorrow night, Granpap.
Oh, Granpap, he's mighty nice, bad.
Well, cocoa and sandwiches is all as good.
Sounds good to me.
Just a minute, I'll ask him. Granpap wants to know what he ought to tell Aunt Charity to fix for the Golden Goose Discussion Club tomorrow night.
The Golden Era, not Golden Goose.
Well, whatever it is, what you want me to tell him?
Tell him cocoa and sandwiches.
Hello, Granpap. Lum says cocoa and sandwiches. Huh? Oh, well, do as you like. I don't care. All right, Granpap. Goodbye. Said he's going to study up something different.
Well, what do you ask us for, then?
I don't know. He said he didn't want to have cocoa and sandwiches because that's what Elizabeth fixed last week over at my place. Said he never wanted to be no copycat. Well, there comes Cedric. Must not be able to sleep again today.
When is he ought to try to get some rest, or he's liable to lose his night job over at the defense plant.
He sure don't look good, I'll say that for him.
No, he don't. Worried, I reckon.
He's worried himself to death over this marriage business.
Not very wonderful world or nothing else.
Well, howdy, Cedric. Come on back.
Yeah, better sit down, Cedric. You need the rest. Oh, I'm too nervous and jumpy to sit down, I think.
Well, now, just calm yourself down and stop worrying. Now, me and Lum will fix everything up for you some way.
Well, that's one of the things I'm worried about, though. Every time you fellas try to fix everything up, I get engaged to one more girl, looks like.
Well, I'll admit that did happen, but...
Now everything's getting worse.
Worse?
Yes, Mom. It's all over town about me and Winifred going to get married. Everybody in town knows about it. Even Clarabelle and that other girl I'm supposed to marry.
You mean that W?
Yes, Mom.
How do you know she knows about it? She don't even know who she is, Cedric.
No, Mom, I don't know who she is, but I got another note from her today.
Oh, my goodness. Where did you find it? Stuck in your front door like the other one was?
Yes, Mom. I think I'll set a bear trap there for her tonight.
Bear trap?
Yes, Mom.
Doggies, you don't think that's a bear that's been leaving them notes, do you?
Of course he don't, Abner. Let's see that note you got, Cedric. Yes, Mom, just a second here.
I reckon where a bear ever learned how to write.
Here it is, Mr. Lum.
Let's see, W. Don't believe I know any bears that their names begin with a W. Well, fact is, I don't believe I know any bears at all.
Hush up, Abner. Let me read this.
Oh, go ahead.
My dearest, darlingest, Prince Charming Cedric.
Wait a minute, Lum. I believe that's our ring again.
But you get it. I'm busy. My dearest, darlingest...
Hello, John. I'm
Charming.
down store and library. Abner, everybody doing the talking.
Wait till he gets done, Cedric.
Oh, what is it now, Granpap? Uh-huh. Just a minute, I'll ask him. Mom, it's Granpap again.
Oh, for goodness sake, what does he want this time?
He wants to know if it'll be all right to have potato salad and coffee.
Why, sure. Don't make no difference to me what we have at the meeting.
Hello? Lum says that's fine.
My dearest, darlingest Prince Charming, yes.
Oh, just a minute, Granpap. Lum. Granpap says he can change that to salmon salad and lemonade if you insist.
If I insist?
Yeah.
I never insisted on nothing. Tell him to have whatever he wants to.
Hello? Have whatever you want to, Granpap. Goodbye. Go on with the note now, Lum.
Yeah. My dearest, darlingest Prince Charming, Cedric. How many times is that in there, anyway?
I've been wondering that myself.
Just once.
Oh.
I've had to start over so many times, is all.
Uh-huh.
My dearest, darlingest Prince Charming, Cedric. I love you.
Uh-oh, here we go again. I love you. I love you.
Hush up, Abner. I have cried my eyes out since I heard you and Winifred was going to get married.
Uh-oh.
But you are mine, and I will never let you marry anyone else. Let's us elope soon, my darling. I love you, signed W.
Still wants to lope, huh?
Yeah, postscript. If you marry Winifred, I will throw myself in the mill pond.
Hi, doggy, this is getting serious, you know it, Cedric? This thing here, this married business, her poor woman wanting to throw herself in the mill pond over you.
Yeah, if Cedric marries Winifred, why, he'll be responsible for this W, whoever she is, suiciding herself.
Yeah.
And if he marries W, I know good and well old Charlie will get Winifred the lawsuit, Cedric, for breaching the promise.
Oh, my goodness.
You mean I might go to the penitentiary?
If you marry W, you might.
Well, that's what I want to do, then. I'd a heap rather go to the penitentiary than to get married to Winifred, I know that.
Oh.
Well, now, don't rush into anything, Cedric. Give me time to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me engaged to no more girls. Well, I won't. Don't worry about that. Answer the phone, Abner. I'm busy studying.
Oh, that all right? Yeah, I get it. Hello, John down store and library. Abner Peabody doing... what is it, Granpap? What do you want now? Tell him what? Oh, just a minute, Mom.
Don't bother me now, Abner. I'm
Well,
studying.
Granpap says to tell you they ain't got enough eggs to make that potato salad.
I don't care.
He says, will it be all right if Aunt Charity makes a salmon salad instead?
Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't care what Aunt Charity fixes up.
Hello? Lum says that's fine, Granpap. Goodbye.
Tell you, that Granpap's going to drive me stark, raving, mad crazy someday.
Oh, he's a dandy.
You'd think fixing up them refreshments for the discussion club was one of the most important... Wait a minute.
What's the matter, Lum?
I believe I just gave myself a idea there.
Huh?
Raving, mad crazy. That's it. Yes, sir, that's it right there. Crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Cedric, get Lum a drink of water. Here, sit down here, Lum. Sit
Let
down.
go of me, Abner. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I mean that Cedric's going to be crazy for a while.
Cedric is?
Yes, sir. That'll get him out of this mess he got himself into.
Being crazy will do that?
Well, I ain't crazy. I don't think. Hardly. Well, I know you ain't, Cedric, but the idea is that you're going to go around acting that way so folks will think you're touched.
Well, what good'll that do, Lum?
Well, don't you see? Nobody's going to want to marry somebody that's touched in the head.
Oh.
Neither Charlie Redfield or his daughter Winifred, nor this W person, or nobody else.
No, I don't reckon they would, no.
That's just good psychology.
Tis, huh?
Besides that, I believe there's some law that says folks that's touched can't get married.
Oh.
So that lets Cedric out right there.
Hi, Doggy, that's a good idea. Good for you, Lum.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Not much anyways. Any genius could have did it.
Cedric, do you think you can act touched?
Bob?
I mean, can you make folks think that you ain't got good sense?
Oh, I don't know. I'm feared that'll be pretty hard for me.
Well, huh?
I never got past the third reader, so naturally some things I ain't learned how to do yet.
Oh, natural. I believe, though, if you work on it, Cedric, I believe you can catch on to it. Once you get the hang of it, it'll come easy to it. Wait a minute. I believe that's our ring again. That's that, Granpap. I'm going to tell that old varmint to... Hello, jot 'em down. What is it, Granpap? Yeah, Lum said that's fine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good. All right. Goodbye.
What's troubling him now?
No salmon for the salmon salad.
For goodness sake.
And not enough coffee, so he said to tell you he studied up a new idea for the refreshments.
A new idea?
Yeah, now he's going to have cocoa and sandwiches.
For goodness sake. Hi, Granny Cedric, if you want to learn how to be crazy in a hurry, just pattern yourself after Granpap.
Yeah.
Mom, I'll try that. I've always had Bard, Mr. Granpap.
Well, he's a feller to imitate, all right. Right, doggies, if that's him calling again, I ain't going to answer. You'll have to do it this time, Lum. I ain't
going to waste my time talking to him. You get it, Cedric. Yes, Mom, I'd love to talk to him long as he's my hero.
Just tell him that we're for anything he says and then hang up. That's the best way to get shut up.
Yes, Mom. Hello? Hello? We're for anything.
That's it.
Mom? No, Mom, this is Cedric Weehunt. Mom? Yes, Mom, I'm for anything you say. Goodbye.
Good work, Cedric. I ought to take care of Granpap for a while.
Yes, Mom. What did he mean? Is next Thursday all right with me, he said.
I don't know. Reckon he's changing the meeting night, Lum?
Wait a minute. Are you sure that was Granpap you was talking to, Cedric? Well, now that you mention it to me, don't believe it did sound much like him. Sounded more like Charlie Redfield.
Charlie Redfield?
Oh, my goodness. Cedric, you just now agreed to marry Winford next Thursday. I did.
Lord me, Cedric, why didn't you find out who that was before you said anything?
Well, how would I know what I'm doing? I'm crazy.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum is still laboring with the questionnaire he received from the Director of Vehicular Transportation and still hasn't gotten past the first fiduciary. As a matter of fact, so intent was he on conquering this particular questionnaire that he's late for the Tuesday night meeting of the Golden Era Discussion Club. As we look in on the little community tonight, we find Grandpappy Spears, host for tonight's meeting, talking to Lum on the phone.
Yeah, everybody's here but you, Lum. Yeah. Grandpa Masters is sound asleep, so we're all ready to start. Huh? Oh, well, all right, I'll tell him. Yeah. See you in a few minutes, then. Goodbye. Where's Lum at, Grandpaps? He's still at the store? Yeah, he said he had some work to do, Abner, but he's going to quit and come over to the meeting right now. Work? Now, what work's he got to do? I do might nigh everything that's did around there. Oh, he said it was a questionnaire or something like that. Yes, he's still working on that thing.
Papa got a questionnaire a couple of days ago.
He did? Was it from the state director of that vehicular or something or other, Cedric?
Oh, no, I think so, though. I know he gave up on it, though.
He did,
Tried for 2 days to fill it out, and he couldn't, so he just threw it away.
Well, that's what Lum ought to do with that, and we got, too. Near as I can figure out, it's wrote in some foreign language. Talks about fiduciaries and amortizers and I don't know what all. Yeah, what's the questionnaire for? Don't ask me, Grandpap. Fact is, I don't think the fella that made it out knows exactly what it's for. But you know Lum just keeps trying to fill it out. Oh, yeah. Won't admit he don't understand a word of it. Yeah, old Lum can be stubborn if he wants to. Well, I'm just afeard he's going to drive himself stark raving mad crazy now if he don't give up on that thing. Well, now, come to think about it, he did have sort of a wild look in his eye when I seen him this afternoon. He did, huh? Oh, he's worried. It sounded all right on the telephone just now, though. Yeah, you can't always tell by that. I reckon we ought to sort of keep an eye on him tonight. If he starts acting peculiar or anything, why, We ought to get him to lay down. Just take it easy for a while.
Yeah, we ought to. Don't you think so, Ulysses?
Okay. I'll throw a bucket of water on him.
Huh?
We had a cat once that got to acting catched in the head, and Papa throwed a bucket of water on it.
Well, I don't do that to Lum, Cedric. That's just for cats.
This one might work for humans, though.
Well, don't try nothing like that now. All we ought to do is just try to humor him all we
Yes,
can.
Mom.
Just act like we think he's normal like the rest of us. Don't let him know it. We know he's touched.
No, we'll humor him good.
Okay. When did Mr. Lum get touched in the head?
Why, it come over him, but wait a minute. He ain't touched.
Mom?
He ain't actual touched, Cedric. I just said he might get that way if he don't give up working on that questionnaire.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I wish he'd hurry up so we get the meeting started. I want to get home early tonight if I can.
Oh, it reminds me, Lum said for us to go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Huh?
He said for you to take charge, Abner.
Me? Well, good for me.
He ought to pick me to do it, though. Maybe he ain't in his right mind after all.
Yeah, be quiet now, Granpap. I'm in charge. You fellas all ready?
Yes, Mom, I'm ready. Okay, here.
Lum did have a wild look in his eye this afternoon. All
Be
right.
quiet, Granpap. The seventh meeting of the Golden Era Discussion Club will now come to order. All members signify by same sign.
Okay.
Listen, Grandpa Master snore.
Motion carries. We'll now have the reading of the minutes by that awful good secretary, Mr. Abner Peabody.
Sassy
Just
crap.
came out of my pocket here. Now, go ahead, Mr. Peabody. Thank you, Mr. President. The last meeting of the Golden Era Discussion Club was held at the home of Mr. Cedric Weeham.
Mister, boy, that sounds good.
Yeah, and was presided at by President L. Edder.
Oh, say, I heard Ned Lubbock was moving out of town.
Be quiet, Grandpa. We discussed the high-class culture
Oh, Ned's
subject.
pulling up stakes and moving down to Big Fork, I heard.
Grandpa, I'm trying to read the minutes.
Oh, excuse me, Abner.
The high-class
Ned
culture...
claims he can't make a living here in Pine Ridge no longer.
Uh,
Can't get enough farm hands to help him, and them that he can get can't afford to pay him what they want.
I can't find anybody to paint my barn either.
So old Ned's pulling up stakes, he says. Don't know what he wants to move to Big Fork for, though. Ain't nothing over there.
That barn of mine sure needs Papa here, there's somebody else that's fixing to move to Big Fork, too, I think.
Well, you fellas be quiet and let me read these minutes now.
Oh, excuse us, Abner. Go ahead and read them.
We discussed the high-class culture subject. Well, I do know.
What's the matter?
Well, the rest of the minutes is tore away here. I read them right here on this page. Oh, I know. Elizabeth must have used that to make out a grocery list on. I seen her tearing something up.
Well, just make something up and
Yeah, well, all them in favor of accepting what weren't tore away of the minutes signify by same sign.
Okay.
Oh, listen to Grandpa Master snore. Sounds like his tonsils is knocking again one another. Listen to him.
Yeah, it sure does. Don't. Wait a minute. That ain't his tonsils. I believe that's somebody at the door.
Oh, must be Lum. Come on in.
Dad, blame it now. I ain't in charge no more. Wish he'd have waited a while.
Evening, fella. Sorry I'm so late. Okay. Hello, Mr. Lum.
Howdy, Lum.
Hey, come on in, Lum. Put your coat on a chair there. We got the meeting started like you said to.
Yeah, I done good, too, I think, Lum.
Yeah, good. We can get right into the discussion then.
Yeah.
I copied some stuff out of a book. It's on the subject for tonight.
Well,
Are you touched in the head, Mr. Lum?
Cedric, be quiet.
What'd you say, Cedric?
He never said nothing, Lum. Go on with the subject for discussion.
Ned Lubbock's moving out of town, Lum.
Yeah, I hear that, Granpap. Sorry to see old Ned leave. Looks like the population of Pine Ridge is going down lately instead of going up.
Yeah, little Pearl will more likely be leaving, too, when she gets a hand from that student nurse's outfit in New York.
Old Ned's pulling up stakes, he said.
Well, I reckon that means us fellas that's left here will have to carry twice as big a burden.
Yeah.
And I believe getting all this culture at these meetings here is going to help us to do it, too.
Oh, no doubt about that. What's the subject for tonight, Lum?
Oh, yeah, our subject for tonight is the art of conversation.
Conversation?
Yeah, talking backwards and forwards twixt your feller man.
Well, Lum, we don't know how to do that.
Yes, Mom, we know that good. I learned how to talk when I was 7-year-old.
Why, sure.
I could wave bye-bye by the time I was 4-year-old.
Well, let's discuss something we ain't learned yet, Lum.
Well, wait a minute now. You can talk twixt one another, I admit that, but you ain't been doing it the right way.
Huh?
There's a special way to do it. We got a whole book on it in the library.
Doggy, that's silly. I come here to get some high-class culture. We want to discuss something. We don't want to just sit around and talk.
Well, we've been discussing culture things like Beethoven's music and Leonard da Vinci's famous painting, the Mona Lisa. But now we got to learn how to talk the right kind of conversation about them subjects. There's a lot to learn about this conversation stuff.
Sounds silly to me.
For instance, do you fellas know what to say to a total stranger?
Stranger? What stranger?
Just any stranger.
Is he a barn painter, Lum?
No, he ain't no barn painter, Ulysses.
Got to get that barn of mine painted.
Well, here, I can see you fellas don't know how to start up such a conversation, so I'll read you what I got wrote down.
I wouldn't even talk to a stranger myself.
In meeting a total stranger, it is sometimes best to begin with a description of yourself. For instance, my name is Miss Jane Smith.
Jane Smith?
We live in the country and have a lovely garden. My hobby is begonias.
Oh, Granpap, I'm afraid you was right.
Yeah, better watch him close.
Yeah, just humor.
Wait a minute, stop that whispering.
Go
It ain't
ahead.
polite.
Yeah, all right, Lum.
Where's I at now? Oh,
You're
yeah.
right here with us, Lum.
Begonias.
Huh?
My husband prefers dahlias, and he also likes to catch butterflies.
Oh, my poor old Lum.
There, you see, that sort of gets the conversation going. The stranger knows right away that you like flowers and butterflies.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
And that gives the stranger something to start talking about. Are you fellas all following me?
Why, sure, we'll follow you any place you want to go.
Yeah, of course we will, Miss Smith. Won't we, Ulysses?
Okay here, Miss Smith.
Well, wait, you don't have to call me Miss Smith.
We don't. Oh, well, proud to hear you're the friendly type. Just called you by your first name then, huh? Jane. Now, whereabouts did you want us to follow you, Jane? Out after butterflies?
Butterflies? I never said I wanted to go out after butterflies.
Yes, you did now, Jane, and if that's what you want to do, doggies, we'll go out and start chasing them with you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if we can scare many up at this time of the night, but by Jiminy, we'll try.
Yes, we will. Come on now, Cedric. Get your coat on. Come along now. You better help Miss Smith in her coat, too, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
Yeah, that's a way.
Yes,
Help her
yes,
now.
yes.
Yeah, right there.
Well, wait a minute
Hey,
here.
go on now, Jane. Put on your coat. It's cold out tonight. Special for a woman.
How's your husband these days, Miss Smith? Jane? Hurry up, Ulysses. Get your coat on.
Okay.
Just a second here. You fellers actually going out after butterflies?
Why, sure we're. We just love to do that. Open the door, Cedric. Come on, fellas. Just go with Miss Smith here.
Think I ought to get that bucket of water?
No, I believe we can get along with him. Just humor him. That's what we want to do. Come on, everybody. Just come on outside
Just
now.
don't beat the bugs a fighting. Come on, Ulysses. Hurry up or we'll miss the butterfly.
Okay.
Let's see now. Which direction you think we ought to head out in?
Well, I believe the best way would be to cut right down.
Would you fellas excuse me a minute? I want to run back in the house and make a phone call.
No, now, you better stick with us, Miss Smith.
Yeah, let him do it, Abner. Humor him, don't you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, Miss Smith. You go ahead now. But who you going to call?
My husband. I want to ask him about the begonias.
Oh, well, go ahead. Hurry back, though.
If I hadn't saw this with my own eyes, I never would have believed it. Never in the whole world. Grannies. Hello? Is Doc Miller there? Oh, well, listen, Doc. Better rush over to Grandpappy Spears' place. Well, I ain't sure, but I think it's an epidemic of some kind. Oh, Abner and Granpap and Cedric and Ulysses is all touched in the head. Yeah, well, I'll humor them till you get here. Well, good. Well, I don't know. If we ain't there at the house, you may find us out in the back in the meadow there chasing butterflies. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the second meeting of the Pine Ridge Golden Era Discussion Club took place last night at Grandpappy Spears' home. and the club members picked up a good deal of culture during the evening. With the meeting out of the way, Lum and Abner have again turned their attention to getting Cedric out of his forthcoming marriage with Winifred Redfield. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in the Jot-'em-Down store and library. Abner is talking on the telephone, and Lum is talking to himself. Listen.
A bucket of lard. Yes, Mom. And what else, Miss Abernathy?
Oh, cuckoo, shall I call thee bird?
Just a minute, Witter. What'd you say, Lum?
Oh, nothing. I just memorizing this poem, Abner.
What else, Witter? 4 cans of tomatoes. Wait a minute. All you can have is just 1 can of them. Well, we have to do that so there's enough to go around for everybody.
Oh, blast newcomer I have here.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Abernathy. That's all we can sell you.
Hear thee and rejoice.
Well, you never used to buy more than 1 can at a time, so you ought to be able to get along on that now.
Tell her it ain't patriotics to hoard food.
Mom? Oh, no, I can't deliver the order till tomorrow. We're conserving rubber. Yes, Mom. All right, Miss Abernathy. Goodbye.
Conserving rubber.
Huh?
We ain't got no deliver truck no more.
I know we ain't. Just look at my shoes, them rubber heels is might now wore clean off.
Huh. Oh, yeah, they are wore pretty bad.
They sure are.
Just on the outside, so.
Yeah.
I believe if you was to switch shoes, you could wear them heels down even.
Switch shoes?
Yeah, put your right one on your left foot and vice versa.
Oh.
Folks can do that with their automobile tires. You ought to be able to do it with your shoes.
Yeah, I reckon so. Of course, I just got these shoes to where they're beginning to fit my feet now. If I change them
You
around...
have to figure that out for yourself. I'm busy. Oh, cuckoo, shall I call thee bird?
Huh?
This is that poem we discussed at the club meeting last night. I'm just trying to learn it by heart.
Oh, I thought I'd heard that summers before.
There's an awful lot of meaning in this poem, Abner.
Oh, yeah, there sure is. Even Ulysses S. Quincy said it was okay.
Yeah, and he's right, too. Carries an awful deep message.
It sure does.
Yeah. That old blithe newcomer I have here. Now, there's a sweet passage.
Oh, it is.
Beautiful.
It is.
Touching.
Yes, it is. Lum.
Huh?
Exactly what is the message that poem carries, though?
What's the message?
Yeah.
Oh, it's, well, you take the cuckoo bird there and, wonder if the mail hack's got in this morning yet.
It has. What's the message of the poem, Lum?
I better run over to Dick Huddleston's and see if we got any mail.
I done been over there. Now, come on, Lum. Tell me, now, what is it?
Abner, I'm busy with some other stuff here.
Well, I ought to know what that poem means, Lum.
I'm trying to learn it by heart. Quit interrupting me.
Well, I don't care. As long as I discussed it so good last night, I ought to know what it means. Now, come on, tell me.
It's easy. It's, it's got sort of a double meaning, I think.
Double?
Now, you take... Wait a minute, there comes Cedric across the street.
Huh? Oh, Cedric, yeah.
And he's getting to look worse every day. Look at him.
Yeah?
Face broad, haggard, and unrestless.
Well, ain't no wonder, Lum. That boy ain't getting no sleep. Working nights and worrying himself to death in the daytime.
Yeah.
Doggies, it just don't hardly seem possible that him and Winifred Redfield's getting married tomorrow, does it?
Well, I don't think they are. Just twixt me and you.
Well, now, her pa, Charlie, set the date for tomorrow, and Cedric agreed to it.
Yeah, but he never knowed what he was doing.
No.
Besides, I think that idea of mine about having Cedric make out like he's touched in the head is going to work.
Well, it ain't did it so far.
No, but I told Cedric to go over by the Redfield house today and do all the crazy things he could think of.
He did, huh?
Yeah, act insane. Stand on his head and I don't know what.
Well...
Old Charlie and Winifred both bound to see him, and they'll call off that marriage so fast it'll make your head spin.
Mind out. Here he comes. Careful. Well, howdy, Cedric. Come on in.
Yeah, howdy, Cedric. Howdy.
You been over to the Redfields' place yet?
Yes, Mom. Just come from there.
Well, did you do all them crazy things like Lum told you to?
Yes, Mom, I think I did. Well, don't you know whether you did or not? Yes, Mom, I know I did.
Well, how'd it work out, Cedric?
I don't know. I'm sort of mixed up on it.
Mixed up?
Well, tell us exactly what happened, Cedric.
Yeah, tell us everything. Come on now, sit down.
Well, I went over by the house and put my coat on wrong side out, like you told me.
Yeah.
And then I stood on my head and barked like a dog.
Yeah, that was a good
that sounds all right.
And then I climbed up on one of them trees and hung by my toes and made faces.
You did. You did this.
That's
up
fine.
right,
You thought that
Cedric.
up yourself, too.
Yeah.
Yes, Mom, I did.
I'd love to saw you.
And then I taken an apple out of my pocket and ate it.
What'd you do that for?
'Cause I was hungry.
Oh,
That's a good reason.
yeah.
And then that gave me an idea. I had a sack of peanuts with me, too, so I ate them. With the shells on.
With the shells on them,
Yes,
you ate
Mom.
them? Well, that ought to prove right there your catch, Cedric. Even squirrels has got enough sense to take the shells off.
Yes, Mom. And then I seen they had some flowers growing in some flower pots sitting in that enclosed back porch of theirs. So I pulled up the flowers and ate them, too. Roots and all.
For the land's sake.
And then I ate another bunch of peanuts with the shells on. And then Winifred's papa come out.
Oh, Charlie, you mean?
Yes, Mom. He said if I was that hungry, I better come inside and have Winifred fix me something to eat.
Oh, my goodness. What, you never went in, though, did you, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. Had
Oh.
some nice sandwiches and chocolate cake and stuff.
Oh.
Granny, Cedric, you oughtn't have did that.
No.
That's not very crazy eating that stuff.
Well, I know. What'd Charlie say about all them crazy things you'd been doing, Cedric?
Well, he was nice about it. He said he knowed just how I felt.
Huh?
He said he acted exactly the same way when he was a young feller in love with a girl. Only worse, he said.
Oh, my goodness.
Granny, this ain't working out the way it's supposed to at all.
It sure ain't.
Mr. Charlie said my acting that way was a good sign.
A good sign.
Yes, Mom. He said it showed how much in love I was with Winifred.
Uh-oh.
But I ain't in love with her, I don't think.
Oh, my goodness. Doggy's lum to think Cedric went through all the agonies of eating peanuts with the shells on them and then have it took this away.
Well, what did Winifred say to you when you was over there?
Never said nothing. She just sat back there in the corner with them big teeth sticking out. Every time I looked at her, she'd sort of giggle.
Yeah, I'll hear her giggle. Does it all the time, looks like.
Well, sir, for a homely girl, she sure is ugly.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Cedric. Not quite, anyway. What else happened while he's over there?
Oh, nothing, I don't think. I give her my autograph and left.
Your autograph?
Yes, Mom. Mr. Charlie asked me if I'd write my name down on a piece of paper he had there, and he said it'd make Winifred the happiest girl in the world, so I done it.
Oh, my goodness. You know what you signed, Cedric? That was a marriage license.
Mom?
My doggy, Cedric, now you did it. You never will get out of this now, just as sure as the world. You sure have fixed yourself up.
Yeah, you're stuck now. I don't know why I ever needed to tell you to act touched. You can do it without acting.
Wait a minute, Lum. Don't Cedric have to get his papa's consent first, though?
Oh, Papa's for it.
Huh?
Mr. Charlie come over to see Papa last night, and they talked it over, and Papa's for it.
Oh.
He said it was time I was settling down.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you're just as good as married right now, Cedric. You just might as well make up your mind to that right now.
Reckon it'd do any good for me to call up Caleb and have a talk with him?
I doubt it, Lum. Not calling Caleb. You know how thick him and that Charlie are. They're always on the horseshoe double teams together. All his partners think the world and all of one another.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait a minute, though. How about that other woman that Cedric's engaged to, that W person there?
Granny, that's right, ain't it?
In that last note, she said she'd throw herself in the mill pond if Cedric married anybody else.
Did you get any more notes from her today, Cedric?
No, Mom, I never.
You don't reckon she's done jumped in the mill pond, do you?
Oh, no. She just said that.
She did,
She just
huh?
wrote that to scare Cedric.
Oh.
I don't think she'd actually do it. Just using psychology.
Is that what she was doing?
Why, sure. And she knows it ain't working either. That's why she's quit sending them notes. She's more likely to give up the whole thing.
Well, I hope so, for Cedric's sake.
I wished it was her I was marrying tomorrow instead of Winifred.
Why, you don't even know who this W person is, Cedric.
No, Mom, but no matter who she is, she's better than Winifred. I know that for sure.
Well, you might be right, Cedric. But I tell you might just as well forget her now. 'Cause tomorrow you're going to be Mr. Winifred Redfield. Winifred will be Mr. Cedric Weehunt. Well, some way like that. Are you going to do the marrying, Lum?
I reckon I'll have to now. My heart ain't going to be in my work, though. I can tell you that right now.
No. Who do you want to stand up with you at the wedding, Cedric?
I don't know. I ain't never got married before, but I reckon Winifred will have to stand up there, won't she?
Well, I mean some feller, though. I'll tell you, I'll be your best man, Cedric.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Hello? Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, this is Cedric's fatal day. This is the day that he's to wed Winifred Redfield. Winifred is hardly the girl of his choosing, but through a few slight errors on his part, and incidentally of Lum and Abner's part, he signed the marriage license and agreed to the wedding date. And so it looks as though Cedric's gay, carefree bachelor days are over. As we look in on the little community today, it's evening, and most of the townsfolk have gathered at the church to witness the wedding. In a small anteroom of the church, we find Lum and Abner trying to keep up Cedric's courage. Listen.
For goodness sakes, Cedric, don't look so scared. You're pale as a white ghost.
Well, I don't feel pretty good, I don't think.
Well, now, you better perk up or you never will get through this wedding ceremony. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, he's right, Cedric.
Yes, sir. It takes a lot of nerve to go through one of them things, Cedric.
Jimmy, I don't think I'll get married.
Well, you can't get out of it now, Cedric. You agreed to this wedding and signed the marriage license and everything.
Yes, Mom, but I never knowed what I was doing. I was crazy, don't you know?
No, you just making out like it. Besides, that don't make no difference. You done it, and that's that. I'll admit you ought to have had more sense than to ever got yourself into this, but it's too late to worry about that now.
Yeah, besides, you got on your Sunday suit, Cedric, and got your hair all slicked down. Wait a minute. Look there, Cedric, there's one bunch of hair in the back there sticking right straight up in there. Look at that.
Oh, I know it. I can't help it. Every time I plaster it down, it just springs back up again. I wet it and done everything to it.
Well, I do know.
Taking the back of the brush and try to press it down. It wouldn't work.
Reckon some glue would help that.
Now, Abner, don't get no ideas like that. Peek through the door there once and see if everybody's here yet.
Oh, yeah. You ought to be here by now. It's 8 o'clock already.
Oh, go it anyways. I don't want to get married. I'm too young.
No, you ain't, Cedric.
Well, can a married feller play the pinball machine?
Well, I reckon so. If he's got time, he can. Of course, you'll be working most of the time to make a living. You don't want to waste your time and your nickels on no pinball machine.
I was feared of that. I don't believe I'm the type to get married.
Well, I believe everybody's here, Lum. Cedric's mama and papa sitting down there in front. Miss Redfield, she's in the front row there, too.
Oh, yeah? Can you see Charlie?
Oh, yeah. Him and Winifred's in the back of the church there, waiting to march down aisle when we're ready.
I reckon we better get started then.
All the women folks got their handkerchiefs out, trying their best to get started crying.
Well, let's go then.
Yeah.
Come on, Cedric. Stand up and follow after.
Get up there, Cedric. Now, come on, just don't be nervous. Doggies, I wonder who that is.
Well, open the door and see.
Oh, I'll get it. Good idea.
Hey, Abner.
Oh, what is it, Granpap?
Sister Simpson told me to tell you she can't play the organ 'cause it's broke.
Broke?
Yes, sir. The foot pedals is busted and she can't pump it.
Oh, my goodness. Did you hear that, Lum?
Yeah, just feared something would go wrong with this wedding. Widow Abernathy says she can't sing neither 'cause she gets off the tune if she can't hear the organ.
Well, that oughtn't to bother her none. She never gets on the tune to start with.
I know, but she says she won't do it.
Well, what are we going to do, Lum?
There ain't nothing we can do. Just go back and tell them we'll get along without them, Granpap. Yeah, all right, I'll go tell them.
Doggies, Lum, this won't seem much like a wedding without no music, though.
No, it won't. Ought to have music of some kind.
Why, sure we ought to. Fact is, it might not be legal without it. I don't know.
Yeah, certainly won't seem like a wedding.
It
Abner,
sure won't.
can you sing "Oh Promise Me"?
Huh?
No, I can see right now that you can't. Do you know that song, "I Love You Truly"?
Yeah, sure, I know that. Well, I think I do anyway. I ain't sung it for a long time. Used to sing it when I was a young'un.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, though. You ain't suggesting I go out there and sing for this wedding, are you?
Well, somebody's got to do it.
Not me now, Lum. I ain't gonna stand up there all by myself and sing one of them there solo things. I'd be scared to death.
Listen, Abner, you're the best man at this wedding, so it's up to you to see that it's a success.
Well, I ain't gonna stand up there by myself now. I can tell you that right now. Now, if Cedric was to stand up there with me and make a sort of a solo duet...
If Cedric can't sing at his own wedding, it wouldn't look right.
Oh, I don't believe it hurt nothing. What do you think, Cedric?
No, Mom, I love to sing. I ought to get some enjoyment out of this wedding, looks like.
Why, sure you ought to. Now, see there, Long?
Yeah, but it ain't the thing to do. Besides, the only song you fellers can sing together is They Cut Down the Old Pine Tree. I don't believe that's a wedding song.
Yeah, well, we won't sing that, will we, Cedric?
No, Mom.
But we'll sing I Love You Truly. Honest, we will.
Well, I've never heard of such a thing being did before, but I reckon under the circumstances, it's about all we can do.
Why, sure. That's all we can do. You want to practice up a little bit, Cedric? Me and you can sort of go over the words here and get the tune right. You know, we want to make a good job of it.
Oh, my, yes, Mom, we want to sing pretty.
Yeah. We want to sing our best at your own wedding, you know. Well, let's see. Well, maybe we ain't got time to practice right now, Cedric.
No. We got to get right on in there.
Huh?
It's time to go.
It is, huh? Let's see now. Cedric, now come on now. Get ready. Get ready now, Cedric. Just stand up on
Well,
your
I'm
feet.
standing up here.
Well, now, don't be nervous. Just calm yourself down. Let's see now. Well, you ready, Lum?
Yeah, go on in there. Go on.
Can you recollect the wedding ceremony?
Yeah, I know that good.
Well, you ready, Cedric?
Oh, I guess so. Say, Mr. Lum, did you say I was supposed to kiss Miss Winifred after I get through saying I do?
Well, that's the general customs.
Well, I just hope I don't get bit by them big teeth of hers.
Now, don't start worrying about them things, Cedric. I sworn I never seen a boy as Norris. You'll have plenty to worry about after you're married. Come on now, Cedric. Don't hang back. Get up there.
Clarabelle ain't sitting out there. I don't want her to see me get married. I'll bet she'd be so mad she wouldn't know what to do.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, she won't go with me no more if I get married.
Cedric, when you're married, you ain't gonna go with her no ways. And besides, she knows about the wedding. Now, come on out
I
here.
reckon that other girl I'm supposed to marry, that Miss W., reckon she's out there.
I know she's more likely throwed herself in the mill pond by now. Now, strolling around and let's get going.
Yeah, come on, Cedric.
Come on.
All right, here I go. Doggone it anyway.
You fellas walk in first and I'll follow you.
Yeah, here we go now. Come on, Cedric.
You and Cedric stand over there.
Yeah, come on, Cedric.
Friends of the bride and bridegroom and others present, we'll now be favored by a solo duet. Mr. Abner Peabody and Mr. Cedric Wehunt singing I Love You Truly. All right, Abner.
Yeah, come on. Let's go, Cedric. Now,
Oh,
how does that start out, Cedric?
starts out with a I, I think.
Well, what comes next? I don't know. Well, come on. Listen, Cedric. I tell you what we'll do right now.
Oh, yes, Mom.
You ready now?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, they cut down the old pine tree, and they hauled it away to the hill to make a coffin so fine for that sweetheart of mine. Oh, they cut down the old pine tree.
If that don't beat 'em. Thank you very much, Mr. Peabody and Mr. Wehunt.
Oh, that's all right. Not at all. Proud to do it.
We'll now proceed with the ceremonies. Due to circumstances over which the pedals on the organs busted, we won't have the usual wedding march this evening.
Yeah, stand still now, Cedric.
So will the bride and the bride's papa please come forward without the music? Abner, what do you sing that song for?
What, Lum? We couldn't recollect how the other one started.
It wasn't the worst thing I ever heard.
That mind out here they come. Careful now.
Yeah, that's it. Right up here, Winifred. That's right. Howdy, Charlie.
Hey, stand next to Winifred now, Cedric. Come on, Cedric. Stand over here. This is your bride. You got to stand right by her. Come on over here now. Just stand up here. That's the time.
I'm scared to death. I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't act so nervous. Just stand still.
We're gathered here this evening to unite in the bonds of matrimony two of our young citizens.
I do.
Not yet, Cedric. Not yet.
Miss Winifred Opal Redfield and Mr. Cedric Wolfgang Wehunt. I wish to impress upon these two young people the solemnness of the oath they are about to take, and the duties contained therewith. To all of us love, honor, and obey one another. Cedric Wolfgang Wehunt, do you take this woman, Winifred Opal Redfield, to be your lawful wedded wife? Mom? I said, do you take this woman, Winifred Opal?
Hey, wait a minute, the lights. Who turned off the lights here? What's the matter?
Goodness sakes, what's happening?
Somebody turn the lights on. I can't see nothing around here. Get the lights turned on.
If anything else can go wrong with this wedding, I don't know what it is. Somebody get them lights.
Cedric, you run back there and turn on the lights. The switch is up there by the front door right on the left side. Oh, well. Yeah, there.
Yeah, thank goodness. Scared we was having a blackout or
you
something.
scared me to death.
Let's see, where was I? Oh, yes. Do you take this woman,
Yeah, wait a minute,
Winifred?
Long. Where's Cedric?
Huh?
He must have went out to fix the light. Wait a minute. Look on the floor there. Long, there's a note with a knife stuck in it. Look there.
Oh, my goodness. What does it say?
Wait a minute. I'm getting it. Says, Cedric belongs to me and nobody else. Signed W.
W.
All right, Dogies, Lum. Cedric's been kidnapped.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Dogies, Lum, I believe you're right.
Well, see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Hello? Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric's ill-fated wedding came to a rather abrupt and mysterious conclusion. Before Justice of the Peace Lum Edwards was able to complete the marriage ceremony, the lights in the church went out, and when they came on again, Cedric was gone. And in his place was a note from the lady known only as W. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the Jot-Down store and library. Abner is just entering. Listen.
Well, no news, Lum. Dick Huddleston ain't heard nothing.
Oh, you back already, Abner?
Yeah, Dick said he hadn't heard a thing about Cedric.
Well, I didn't hardly think he would have. We'd more likely hear as quick as anybody would.
Yeah, we got a letter, though.
From Cedric?
No, from Mousy Gray.
Oh, Mousy. Well, good. He must have got our letter already.
Yeah, must have.
Oh, what does he say?
Well, I ain't even opened it yet.
Here, give it to me. I'll read it.
Yeah, here, take it there, sis. You're better at out loud reading than I am anyways, I believe.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what he said.
I just have trouble with the words. What's he got to say, Lum?
Dear Lum and Abner, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
I am fine. Everything is fine here.
Well.
Mousy writes a good letter, don't he?
Yes, he does. Interesting. Yes, sir.
In fact, I am feeling better since I have been in the Army than ever before.
Huh.
I like it fine.
Well.
I knowed he would.
Yeah. Me
Curious
too.
to see what Mousy looks like in his uniform.
Yeah, I'd love to see him.
This week I am to be sent to a different camp. Maybe I will be sent to that one near the county seat, and then maybe I can see you some weekend.
Well.
Grannies, I hope he does get sent to that camp. I'd love to see Mousy again.
Yeah, me too. You know, I sort of miss old Mousy around town here.
Oh, yeah. I was awful glad to get your letter last week. You don't know what it means to get letters from home. A letter is just like a mother to us.
Well.
Grannies, we ought to write him more often, Abner.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to, too.
Everybody ought to write to soldiers more often.
Ought to do it, ought to. Is that all Mousy wrote?
No, there's some more here. It says, I got a letter from the lieutenant today, and she said...
And she?
Yeah.
Is a lieutenant a she?
Oh, I know. He means his woman, Gussie.
Oh, sure. I forgot that she's a officer in them Red Cross or whatever it is she called it.
from the lieutenant today, and she sent me some yarn and knitting needles.
Well, that was not... yarn and knitting needles.
She wants me to knit her a sweater while I'm sitting around the camp doing nothing.
For the land's sakes.
That's the first time I ever heard of a soldier knitting a sweater for his woman.
Yeah. I hope he refuses to do it.
Me too. I have already got the stitches cast on and hope to have it done in a couple of days.
Well, I do know. Wonder if he'd knit me one of them things.
I have been enjoying listening to the radio because somebody sent me a little radio set last week. I don't know who it's from, though.
Yeah, I reckon who could have sent him that?
Got the slightest idea. In fact, I received 2 radios last week.
2? Why, that's a mistake. I know I just sent one.
Wait a minute. Did you send him a radio?
Why, well, yeah, I reckon I did, Lum. He wanted one. He said so in that other letter he wrote, and, well, I know it was sort of extravagant, but
You know who sent him the other radio?
Huh?
I did.
You did?
I never put my name on the one I sent, neither. I didn't want you to find out about it.
Oh?
I thought you'd think I'd been too extravagant, too.
Well, I do know. Well, that's a good one on us.
We just write him and tell him to give the other one to some other boy there in camp.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is that all the letter?
Yeah, just about. It says, thanks again for your letter and hope to see you soon. Your friend, Private Llewellyn Snavely Gray.
Well?
P.S. Gussie told me about Cedric getting married. I wish I could have been at the wedding. Weddings are just like a mother to me.
My doggies, this one wouldn't have been. Lights switching off, Cedric being snatched away from right in front of our faces. Reckon who it was turned off them lights during the wedding, Lum?
I don't know. I suppose it's that W woman, whoever she is.
Yeah, more likely. Reckon her and Cedric is married by now?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, she wanted to elope. Don't you recollect? That's what she kept saying in them notes she wrote to Cedric.
Yeah, but I know Cedric wouldn't consent to that. He don't want to get married. Leastways, not to somebody he don't even know.
Yeah, but if that W woman was strong enough to pick Cedric up and kidnap him from the church the other night, she ought to be strong enough to knock him unconscientious and drag him to some other justice of the peace so long.
Oh, no, that couldn't happen. I know it couldn't.
Well, I just hope she ain't throwed herself and Cedric in the mill pond like she said she's going to do in one of them notes.
Stop studying up such awful ideas. Get me to believing them pretty soon myself.
Well, this is serious, Lum. Cedric disappeared. Nobody knows nothing.
I believe that's our ring.
Ain't heard a word
Maybe
from
that's him now.
Oh, I hope it is. Hope it is.
Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Elevator's talking.
I'm worried about that boy.
Oh, yeah, Granpap. Tomorrow night as usual.
Oh, Granpap.
Over at Ulysses S. Quincy's place. Yeah, about the same time.
On the Golden Era Discussion Club.
Oh, say, Granpap, we're going to discuss Spinoza at the meeting tomorrow night, so you'll... No, Spinoza. Oh, he's a high-class philosopher.
Such big words.
Yeah. So look up something about him and bring it to the meeting. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know Charlie's mad. Talked to him this morning. No, not a word from Cedric yet. No. All right, Granpap, good. Oh, no, we can't do that. No, well, that won't help. No. Well, goodbye, Granpap.
What is it we can't do, Lum?
Granpap wanted to buy a pound of coffee from us with a gas coupon.
A gas coupon?
He claimed he was going to sit out in his car and drink the coffee, so he thought he ought to be able to use one.
For the land's sakes, if he don't think up more excuses to get coffee.
Well, if he wouldn't waste so much of it, he wouldn't run out of it all the time.
No.
Granny's, he fills that coffee pot might nigh full of coffee and then sprinkles a little water on top of it and then boils it for an hour or so.
Yeah, I ought to get it stuck in my teeth might not so thick.
You ought to get President Roosevelt to come down here and show him how to make it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I think that's our ring again. You get it this time, Abner. It's more likely Granpap again, anyway.
Yeah, well, I won't let him put nothing over on me, I'll tell you that. Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Oh, well, how are you, Ulysses, old boy? Proud to hear you're okay. What can we do for you today, Ulysses? Groceries? Huh? We can't? Why not? Oh, Lum, Ulysses says we can't have the club meeting at his place tomorrow night 'cause his woman varnished the parlor floor and it won't be drying time.
She did, huh?
He said she done it again, his orders.
Well, nothing we can do about it, then. Tell him we'll have it over at my place, then.
Lum says we'll hold a meeting at his place, Ulysses.
And tell him to read up on Spinoza.
Read up on Spinoza, Ulysses. No, Spinoza or something like that.
A philosopher.
He's a philosopher, as Lum says. Yeah, bring it to the meeting. Anything else now, Ulysses? All right, about how much? Oh, all right, yeah, we'll send it over. Uh-huh. Goodbye. You want some varnish, Lum?
All right, about how much does he want?
Well, enough to cover the parlor floor, he said.
Let me see. Their parlor's about 12 by 12. Wait a minute. The parlor floor?
Yeah, that's what he
Ain't
said.
that what he said he'd already varnished?
So as I believe it was.
You know, if I didn't know how interested Ulysses is in our discussion club, I'd say he's trying to get out of having a meeting over at his place this week.
Oh, he wouldn't do a thing like that, Lum. Not a brainy feller like
Wait a minute,
Ulysses.
who's that?
Huh?
Wonderful world.
Well, for the land's sake, Cedric.
Yes, Mom, it's me.
All right, Ogus, where'd you come from? Where you been, Cedric?
Yeah.
What happened the other night? Who's this W woman, Cedric?
Well, wait a minute, Abner. Don't get him all mixed up.
Huh?
Mr. Charlie Redfield ain't around here no place, is he?
No, he ain't, and you better not let him find you neither, Cedric. Charlie's hopping mad. Claims he's gonna lawsuit you for breaching a promise.
Well, I don't care. Let him lawsuit me. I ain't going to marry Winifred, though. I know that for sure.
Oh, me, Cedric? You mean you're married already to that W woman?
No, Mom. I ain't married to nobody.
Oh, that's a relief. Who is this W anyway? I'm just dying to know, Cedric.
I don't know who she is.
You don't know?
No, Mom.
Well, didn't you see her when she kidnapped you from the church during the wedding?
No, Mom. She wasn't there. That was Wimpy Foster that done that.
Wimpy Foster?
Yes, Mom. Him and Cyclone Pomeroy and Gomer Bates done it. Gomer turned the lights out. He done that.
For the land's sakes.
Well, how'd they know about this W business?
I don't know. All I know is that Wimpy said he was the one that was writing them notes to me.
He was.
Oh, I see.
Dog, as long Wimpy can't marry Cedric.
Well, he ain't going to. This was just a prank on Cedric.
Oh, I
You
see.
see?
Wait a minute, though. Who was that woman Cedric talked to on the phone, the one he proposed to?
Oh, that was Wimpy, too.
Wimpy?
He was over at Sea Strunk's the day I called up over, and he answered the phone, and he recognized my voice, and then he changed his voice to fool me.
Well, I do know.
What he done.
Well, where about you been since the wedding, Cedric?
Well, I'm staying over at Gomer Bates' place now. Don't tell nobody, though.
Oh, no, we won't.
Well, I'm glad this didn't turn out to be nothing serious.
Yeah.
Now all you got to worry about is Charlie Redfield and that lawsuing business.
Yes, Mom. That and just one other thing.
What other thing, Cedric?
Well, I ain't going to rest a minute till I find that out, neither.
Find what out?
Well, who this W person is.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog it, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric's mysterious girlfriend turned out to be nothing more than a prank perpetrated by Wimpy Foster and Gomer Bates. They managed to save Cedric from marrying Winifred Redfield, however, but the threat of a breach of promise still hangs over Cedric's head. However, all that is forgotten for the moment because the Golden Era Discussion Club is about to convene. As we look in on the little community today, we find the club members gathered in the parlor of Lum's house. Listen.
Well, come on in and sit down, Granpap. I thought you wasn't going to make it tonight. You're the last one here.
Well, I had to run some errands for charity. Evening, Ulysses. How are you?
Okay.
Hello, Cedric. Whereabouts is Lum at?
Oh, he's back there in the kitchen fixing a refresh, man.
Oh, about you, he wishes he wasn't no bachelor at a time like this.
Yeah, It's a shame him having to do a woman's work, but he don't seem to mind, it looks like.
Yeah, old Lum ought to get married. I've always said that.
Why, sure.
Don't talk about getting married around me.
Oh, now, Cedric, stop worrying about that. Charlie Redfield ain't gonna sue you for not marrying his daughter. I don't think, anyway.
Well, evening, fellers. Everybody here yet?
Yeah, everybody's here is coming, I reckon, Lum.
Good. We can get an early start tonight, then.
Lum, you still got your apron on there.
Huh?
Look.
Yeah, look at Lum. Excuse me. Forgot to take it off.
No.
Wouldn't look like much of a club president in an outfit like this, would it?
No. What you fixing out there first, Lum?
Oh, just some stuff.
What is it?
Oh, something good. Wait and see.
Huh?
Crackers with cheese on it.
Crackers and cheese? Is that all?
Don't forget, this is Meatless Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't even want none of them crackers, because I'm just too nervous and jumpy to eat.
Cedric, now stop worrying about getting lawsuit for breaching a promise.
Yeah, worrying ain't gonna help none, Cedric. This meeting tonight ought to do you some good, though, because it's gonna be about philosophy.
What good will that do if I get thrown in the penitentiary, though?
Well, it'll give you something to discuss while you're sitting around there in the cell with them other fellers.
No, I don't mean that. I mean that philosophy will give Cedric a different altitude on his troubles.
Oh.
If a feller's a philosopher and some troubles comes along, he knows how to worry and enjoy it.
Oh, I see.
Come on, let's get the meeting started.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Okay, here.
Well,
okay.
Wait, Lum, I believe I ought to have more substantial food than that, because I'm giving some blood to the Red Cross tomorrow.
Are you sure enough going to do that, Granpap?
Yes, sir. Signed up today.
Well,
Some woman come along and asked me if I'd like to sign up for a pint, and I thought she meant I could get an extra pint of coffee, so I signed up.
well, ain't you scared, Granpap?
Scared? You ever heard of Milford Avery Spears being afeard of anything? Besides, I've heard there ain't nothing to it. No, I've heard that, too. I've been sort of aiming on trying that myself.
I bound you they won't never get a full pint out of you, Granpap.
Well, they will, done it. When it comes to transfusions, I'm a regular bloodhound. You wait and see.
Well, I'll wait.
Wish I was a bloodhound, then I wouldn't get lawsued.
Cedric, stop thinking about that and concentrate on the meeting. Everybody quiet now. You too, Ulysses.
Okay.
The third meeting of the Pine Ridge Golden Era Discussion Club will now come to order for the business at hand. First, we'll have the minutes of the last meeting read. Proceed, Mr. Secretary.
Huh?
That's you, Abner.
Oh, I never knowed my name. The second meeting of the Golden...
Oh, say, wait a minute. I got something to tell.
Well, don't interrupt me now, Granpap. I'm reading the minutes.
Well, this is important. Don't want to forget it.
All right, what is it?
Well, I seen old Bert Clementine on the street this morning.
You did?
Yes, sir, old Bert Clementine. Looked just like he always did.
Well, how long has it been since you saw him, Granpap?
Oh, I don't know. 3 or 4 days, I reckon.
Now, what did old Bert have to say?
Oh, nothing. Nothing special, I don't recollect.
Well, old
Yes,
Bert.
sir, old Bert. Looked just like he always did.
Uh-huh.
Well, go on with the meeting. I just didn't want to forget that.
Well, I'm proud you didn't forget it, Granpap.
Yeah, that's awful interesting. Go on, Abner.
Was held at the home of Milford A. Spears and was presided at by President L. Eddard's. We discussed Wordsworth...
Presided, Abner.
You wrote it. I can't read your scribbling here. We discussed Wordsworth's high-class poem, O Cuckoo Shall I Call Thee Bird, and all agreed with club member Ulysses S. Quincy that it was okay. As a result of this fine meeting, ignorance in Pine Ridge has taken another upswing, according to President Eddard's.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Not at all. Don't mention it.
All them in favor of the minutes is read, signify by the same sign.
Hey.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Motion's carried. Yeah. Want me to wake up Grandpa Masters? No, let him sleep for a while.
Well, what does he come to the meetings for anyway, Lum? All he does is sleep through them.
Well, he says it gives him some place to go in the evening. He enjoys it.
Well, you want me to sort of pull his chair over this way so he's, well, at least sort of at the meeting?
No, he wants to sit over there because he's mad at us for waking him up at the last meeting.
Oh, let him stay there then.
And now, fellow members, we come to the regular discussion for the evening. Tonight's high-class culture subject is the philosophy of Spinoza, which will prove to be interesting and highly interesting.
Oh, it's bound to, yeah.
I asked all you members to look up something about Mr. Spinoza and bring it along to the meeting tonight. Did you all do that?
I got mine.
Me too.
Well, good. We'll start right off then. You go ahead, Abner. It's yours.
Yeah. I got it wrote down here somewhere. Forget which pocket I put it in now. I know I put it
Yes,
down.
sir, old Bert. What'd you say, Granpap?
Old Bert Clementine. Him on the street today. Looks just like he always did.
Oh.
Now, here, kid, I found it. You ready, Lum?
Yeah, go ahead. I can see already that this idea's working out good. Proceed, Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, spin it is,
That's pronounced Spinoza.
Spinoza is a stringed musical instrument invented about 1490.
Musical instrument?
Yeah.
Hey, you must have made a mistake, Abner.
I never done no such a thing. Exactly what it said in the book. I looked it up in.
Well, you got the wrong page.
Never
then.
done it.
Spinoza is a man.
Uh-huh.
Not no musical instrument. I know that. Grandpap, will you read us what you wrote down?
Yeah, sure.
Jotted it down on the back of the envelope here somewhere.
Doggies, Lum, I'll show you that book tomorrow. The exact page I'll show you where it says just what I've got written down.
Never mind. Have you found it, Grandpap?
There's
lots of notes here. Hard to make them out. It says here, tell Abner about seeing Bert Clementine. I done told him.
Yeah, you did that.
Seen him on the street today, Abner. Looked just like he always did.
Uh-huh.
Well, Grandpap, you go ahead and look for that. In the meantime, I'll call on somebody else. Are you ready, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. But I'm so nervous and jumpy, I don't know whether I can read it or not.
No, you ain't. Now go ahead.
Spinoza is a string music instrument invented about 1490.
That's fine, sir. Wait a minute. Musical instrument. Are you sure you got that right?
Yes, Mom, I think so.
What book did you get that out of?
I never got it out of no book. I copied it from Mr. Abner.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Oh, well, that's wrong. Spinoza is a philosopher. I know that for sure. Grandpap, have you found your notes yet? I found the word canary bird jotted down here, but I don't recollect what I put it down for.
Well,
Abner, did you hear me say I was going to give a canary bird to anybody?
no, I don't believe it did. You weren't going to give one to Bert Clementine, was you?
No. Bert hates them.
He does, huh?
Oh, yeah, can't stand them.
Well,
He used to have one, but he got shut of him.
uh-huh.
It was a mean canary. Ornery critter.
Mean.
Awful disposition.
Well, I did.
Yeah, whenever old Bert would get out his fiddle and start playing his canary, he'd sing some other song and get old Bert off the tune. Done it deliberate.
Oh,
He
thank
did.
you,
He
Fred.
done it. It's the truth.
I don't believe it.
But Bert got even with the canary. He put gasoline in his drinking water.
Gasoline?
Yes, sir. And old Bert's got an A card, too.
Where the land, say.
Well, here, this ain't adding nothing to our discussion of Spinoza.
Oh.
Ulysses, I reckon it's up to you, old boy. What'd you read up about him?
Specs, Lum. Forgot my specs.
Well, you got your specs on, Ulysses.
Oh, I've got a sore arm, awful sore. I can't hold a paper steady enough to read, Lum.
Well, can't you hold it in your left hand?
Well, Lum, I can't read left-handed.
Oh, that's right. What's the matter with me? Well, maybe you can just recollect something you read about Spinoza.
Well, it's a musical instrument, I know
Musical
that.
instrument.
My dog it, I wonder if old Bert can play a Spinoza. He plays that fiddle. That's a string instrument.
The meeting's adjourned.
Huh?
The discussion's over. Finished. Concluded.
Over?
Yeah, you fellas going out in the kitchen and start working on the cheese and crackers.
Well, ain't you coming along?
I'll be there in just a second. I want to straighten things up in here. You fellas go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Come on, Cedric.
Yes,
Grandpap, let's go.
Oh, but I won't be able to eat more than a couple of dozen crackers jumping nervous like I am.
Yes, you will. Hurry up, Ulysses.
Okay.
It was a good discussion we had tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, best we've had so far, I believe.
Of course, I still think I ought to have more substantial food giving blood to the Red Cross and all.
Well, if you're such a bloodhound, I'll be glad to get a bone for you that you are.
Oh, Professor Sloan's still up. There it is. Said he had to work late tonight, so he ought to be up, I reckon. Hello, is that you, Professor? This is Lum and Abner. Listen, Professor, you know you suggested that we discuss Spinoza at the meeting tonight. Yeah, well, exactly what kind of a musical instrument is that?
Miss Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, another historic meeting of the Golden Era Discussion Club has been recorded for posterity. The old fellows are back in their store, considerably more cultured than they were yesterday. So far, nothing more has been heard from Charlie Redfield in regard to his threatened lawsuit against Cedric for breach of promise, so it looks as though this situation is past the danger point. As we look in our little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their Jot 'em Down store and library. Grandpappy Spears has just entered. Listen.
Yeah, howdy.
Oh, well, howdy, Granpap. Come on in.
Yeah, I thought you was going to that Red Cross blood bank today.
Yeah, I
Never
thought...
showed up down there, did you?
No, I told you I might drop by there, Granpap, but I never make it. Did you go down?
Oh, yeah, I've already been there.
Well, and you're up walking around?
Well, sure, nothing to it, nothing told.
Well, how do you feel?
Well, I feel just the same as always did. Fit as a bass fiddle.
Well, I do. No effects at all.
Oh, no. In fact, I believe I feel better, even.
Well,
that might be so, Granpap. I know Dick Huddleston's been over there 3 or 4 times, and every time he feels better. Makes a better score in them tests they give you.
What tests? Did they give you some tests, Granpap?
Oh, yeah. They take your pressures and your temperature and give you a blood count. I believe that's what they call it.
Blood count? Can they count that stuff?
Yeah, I believe they can. Seems like I've heard that before.
I don't believe it. That's just like trying to count water, and I know you can't count that.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that old lettered saying, blood's thicker than water. I've always said that.
Well, I never know that before. How many of them did you have, Grandpap, when they counted them?
Oh, I don't know, around 90 near as I can recollect.
90 of them, huh?
Yeah, I believe they must have missed a few of them, though. I know I got more than that. Don't they call them hemoglobins or something like that?
Hemoglobins?
Well, I did hear them using that word around there. I never knowed what it meant, though. They call them corporals, I think, blood corporals.
Well, have they got goblins around there, too?
Oh, yeah.
They have, huh?
Oh, sure.
Well, I do know. Well, I never heard of that before.
It ain't goblin, it's globulin, or hebly-globulins, or hobbly, or... How do they pronounce that, Grandpap? And let's see, hebly-geebly, or hebel, or...
What heebie-jeebies was it? I've heard of that.
No, I don't think so. It's more like hemioglobulin, or gemiohoblin, or... Maybe I better look that up in the almanac.
Yeah, you better do that, Grandpap.
Yeah, might as well know what I've been through.
Yeah.
Whereabouts is that almanac at?
Right over in the library, right where you put it the last time you had it.
Oh, yeah, here it is. I'll just look that up.
Yeah, all right. Find out what you got.
You know, Abner, I believe me and you ought to go down to the Red Cross and do the same thing Grandpap done.
Well, I was just thinking the same thing, Lum.
Evidently it don't leave no bad effects.
No.
And you're saving some soldier boy's life when you do it.
Yeah, well, I'd be proud to do it. And I'd love to see them there goblins, too. I ain't ever actually seen a goblin. I've heard about a little orphan, you know.
Awful wonderful world.
Well, come in, Cedric. Hi, doggies. What's the matter with you? You don't look so good today.
Oh, Mom, I ain't so good neither. It come today.
What come today?
Mr. Uncle Henry Lunsford, the town marshal, brung it over.
Town marshal?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Cedric?
This paper here.
Huh?
It tells that I've got to go to court cause Winifred Redfield's lawsuing me for breaching the promise.
For the land's sakes, did old Charlie Redfield actually decide to go through with that? I never thought he'd do it.
Me neither. Granny, this is all a mistake. He can't do this to Cedric.
Well, he's done did it, Lum. Looks like.
Let's see that paper, Cedric. What court is he lawsuing you in?
I don't know. Here's the paper, though, right here.
Yeah, find out, Lum. Find out what's going on
If
here.
it's the Superior Court, I'm feared they ain't... Oh, this is better.
Huh?
Yeah, according to this, the trial will be held right here in Pine Ridge.
Pine Ridge? Well, that means that you'll be the judge for the trial then, Lum.
Of course it will.
Me being justice of the peace, no.
Sure.
And as long as I know the facts of this case so well, I don't think it'll take me long to come to no decision.
You mean Cedric won't be guilty?
Well, I'd say there was an awful good chance of that.
That doggy is good for you, Cedric.
Can't you say I'm not guilty right now and save me the trouble of going to court and all that stuff?
Yeah, how about that, Lum?
No, I couldn't do that.
Well, Cedric can't be in court all day and then work at that defense plan of a night.
I know, but we got to follow the rules of justice. We got to give him a fair trial before I can convict him of being not guilty.
Oh.
But it won't take long, I can tell you that. Fact is, I believe I'll just call old Charlie up and hold the trial right this afternoon. Get it over with.
That's a good idea. Just get it out of the way. I doggy Cedric, time you go to work tonight, you'll be a free man again.
Boy, that sounds good to me.
Yes, sir.
Well, I reckon I won't need to send this letter then.
Oh, what letter's that, Cedric?
No, I was going to send for a correspondence course in welding so I'd have something to do while I was sitting around in jail there in the penitentiary.
Course in welding?
Yes, Mom. I figured that'd be a good place to practice and all. If the bars on my window got broke or got sawed in two or something, I could weld them back together again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Always keep a good neat cell, Cedric.
But there ain't no use sending a letter now, don't we?
Oh, no, throw that thing away right now. You won't need that. Not a free man like you. You won't have to sit around and learn nothing. Ain't that all ring, Mom?
Yeah, I believe it is. I'll get it, though.
Yeah, you're there handy. Save me
I see
getting
Charlie now.
Card.
Hello, John. I'm down store in library. Lum and Abner talking.
Well.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Henry. I heard about it. It's Uncle Henry now.
Oh, Uncle Henry, Oxford, Cedric.
Yeah, I'm ready to hold a trial any time. Fact is, I'll hold it right this afternoon.
Mom will fix things up for you. Don't worry.
They're demanding a what? Uh-oh. Well, in that case, the trial's postponed for a day or so.
Huh? What?
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm ready to start it. Yeah, all right, Uncle Henry. Goodbye. Granny, did you hear that, Abner?
No, I weren't on the phone.
The Redfields are demanding a jury trial.
Jury trial?
Yes, sir. That means this is going to take longer than I figured.
Oh, my.
And it ain't going to be so easy for Cedric, neither.
Oh, my goodness.
Will I go to the penitentiary after all?
Oh, no, there ain't no danger of that. I don't think. The thing for us to do is make sure we get folks on the jury that's non-unprejudiced.
On what, Lum?
Unprejudiced. That's a legal word.
That's a big one.
It means getting folks on the jury that we're sure won't vote for Charlie's side of the case.
Uh-huh. Doggy, that is important. Of course, now, Charlie's got an awful lot of friends around town, Lum. Don't forget that. Maybe you ought to just refuse to let him have a jury trial.
Oh, I can't do that.
Can't, huh?
That's right in the Constitution. Says it in the Bill of Rights and everything. Every citizen's entitled to a trial by jury.
There, huh?
Yeah, them Bill of Rights is one of the things we're fighting to preserve. We don't want to go getting them.
Oh, no, that's different. Of course not.
Well, I finally found it. Here it is right here.
What'd you say, Granpap?
Here it is. Listen here.
Oh.
Clearwater County, Idaho, cast 815 votes for Landon, according to the almanac.
Well, what of it? You supposed to look up them Hebrew goblins things.
What's that name?
Them Hebrew goblins or something you was talking about.
Just a second. I'll look that up for you, too.
Never mind. We got something more important to worry about now. Lum, how about getting Granpap on the jury? He likes Cedric.
No, he don't pay good enough attention to what's going on. He'd be just as liable not to vote for Charlie as he's not.
Yeah, he might do it,
I wouldn't put no dependence on him.
No, maybe better not. Well, how do you go about getting a jury?
Well, I just have to make a public announcement and tell everybody that wants to try to get on the jury to sign up with Uncle Henry Lunsford, and then we'll take their names and draw them out of a hat. Draw the names out of a hat, not them.
Oh, I see. That's how they do it, huh?
Yeah. And then, of course, both of us and Charlie's lawyer gets to ask them questions and see how non-unprejudiced they are.
Well, reckon who they'll get for a lawyer?
Oh, I don't know. I reckon Charlie will more than likely do it himself.
See?
Well, he thinks he knows so much about legal law and all that
That's right, yeah.
Just tricks me and you. I hope he does try to handle this case himself, because I can out-talk him any day of the week, forwards and backwards and every other which way.
Well, are you going to be Cedric's lawyer?
Well, I figure that being both judge and Cedric's lawyer, that'll give a little hint to the jury.
Little hint?
Yeah, that'll sort of give them an idea which way the judge feels about the case.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Doggone it, I don't want to go to no penitentiary. I know
You
that.
ain't going now, Cedric. Lum will get you out of this. Don't
Of course
worry.
I will.
Yes, sir.
Anytime I can't beat old Charlie Redfield at talking, I'll quit being justice of the peace. I'll tell you that.
No, I believe I could even out-talk him. Don't worry now, Cedric. You ain't going to have to sit in a cell and learn welding.
Oh, I hope not.
Was that our ring again, Lum?
Yeah, this is more likely Uncle Henry.
Yeah, well, you talked to him, man. You talked to him before.
Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Oh, hello, Charlie. Charlie Redfield.
Oh, Charlie. Snake him.
Who's going to what?
Eat him to pieces.
Oh, I figured I'd do that myself, Charlie. I can't. How do you know it's against the law? Oh. Well, all right then. Abner will be Cedric's lawyer.
Look, I can't be no lawyer, Lum.
Yes, you can, Abner.
Huh?
I'll tell you everything to say. We can still beat him. Hello, Charlie. Abner says he'll do it.
I hope I help you,
Yeah.
Cedric.
Oh, I think I'll set the trial for tomorrow.
But don't get mixed up and convict me.
Check with who? Well, what's he got to do with this? He is. Uh-oh. Trial's postponed till Monday, then. Goodbye, Charlie.
What's the matter, Lum?
Grannies. Charlie ain't going to handle this case.
Huh?
They've hired Squire Skimp.
Squire Skimp? Is he back in town?
Must be.
Oh,
Cedric,
Mom?
maybe you better... What did you do with that letter you had a while ago?
Still got it right here. I'm going to throw it away.
No, you better send that in for the welding course after all. No telling how this thing will come out.
Merry Christmas, everyone. From Lum and Abner and their sponsors, the Miles Laboratories, makers of Alka-Seltzer and One-A-Day brand vitamin tablets. At this time, we'd like to pause here for a moment to thank each and every one of you listeners for your many expressions of friendship and loyalty, for your purchases of Alka-Seltzer and One-A-Day vitamins, and for your many letters telling us how much you enjoy these regular visits down in Pine Ridge. In turn, to show their appreciation to you, Lum and Abner have tried especially hard to add their bit to your day's pleasures by giving you a few moments of good, wholesome humor and homespun philosophy. It's our hope, then, that you'll continue to listen and to enjoy. For our part, we'll try our best to make you glad you came. Well, it's Christmas Eve in Pine Ridge now. As one glances down its quaint, darkened streets, lined with snow-covered homes, lights twinkle forth from shuttered windows as on Christmas times gone by. And within these homes, the spirit of Christmas shines brighter than ever as these simple American folks sing peace on earth, goodwill to men. Inside the Jot 'em Down store on this Christmas Eve, we find Lum and Abner winding up a very busy day. Listen.
Well, there you are, Newt. Will there be anything else now?
No. I reckon that's about all. Couldn't carry no more, no ways.
No. No, not unless you got about 3 or 4 more arms.
How much does that come to, Lum?
Let's see here. $6.90.
Fair enough. There you are. 5, 6.50, 75, 85, 90. There you are.
Yeah. Much obliged to you, Newt.
You're welcome.
Say, here's an extra bag of candy for the young'un.
Well, much obliged to you. That's mighty thoughtful of you, Lum.
Oh, not at all. Say hello to the missus, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks, and the same to you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Newt.
Oh, me, Granny's I'm wore to a frazzle. Wore to a frazzle.
Doggies, me too. Reckon it'll be all right, Lum, if I come down early in the morning and finish putting up these orders.
Yeah, they mostly groceries, ain't they?
Yeah.
Well, the folks won't be needing that stuff till tomorrow, no ways. I'll come down and help you in the morning.
Well, good.
Better get the phone there. It's our ring, I believe.
Oh, doggies, I hope it ain't another big order, sir. Hello, Jot 'em Down store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Merry Christmas. Oh, well, we've been busy, Elizabeth. All right, I'll start home right away. Just as quick as we straighten things up a little bit around here. Yeah, well, I'll hurry. Well, honest, I will. All right, honey. Goodbye. Oh, did I believe my woman's mad at me? I ought to have been home an hour ago to decorate the tree.
Oh, well, I reckon we may as well close up anyway. It's getting late, and besides, we're mighty nigh sold out of everything.
Yes, sir, they come near cleaning us out today, you know what?
Well, sir, I'll say one thing about the folks. In spite of the rationing and the dim-outs and everything, everybody's doing all they can to keep up the Christmas spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I like to see that, too, Abner, because that's the kind of a spirit we need in times like these.
Yeah, we sure do. Doggy, just look at that toy counter there. Ain't but about a couple of things. Wait a minute. Look there, Lum.
Huh?
Ain't that an electric train in that box there?
Why, sure.
Well, I thought we sold that.
Well, we sold one. We had 2 in stock this year.
Well, I never knowed that.
Oh, yeah. Sold the other one to Walt Bates.
Walt Bates? Why, his young'uns is way too young for something like that, ain't they?
Of course, yeah. But just twixt me and you, I think Walt got it mainly for himself.
For the land's sake. Growed-up man like him, he ought to be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, more likely to have it broke before the young'uns ever get a chance to play with it. What he sees in a electric train, I'll never know.
Me neither. I don't even know how the silly things work.
You don't?
No.
Well, ain't much to it. Just put the tracks together and plug the cord in a socket somewhere. You know, it might not be a bad idea to look this one over, Abner, just to see that it's in good condition.
You ought to find out later on, I reckon.
I hate to sell merchandise that's undefected.
Oh, me too. Disappoint somebody.
Set the box down here on the floor once. Let's glance at it here.
Yeah. Let's see, whereabouts a good place to set this up now. Out right here, all right, Lum?
Yeah, that's good. Just any place will do.
Put it right.
Open it up. That's the stuff.
Is there any directions with it?
I don't know. Won't need them, I don't think. You see, now, first we've got to put the tracks together. You see these little wire things sticking out
wait,
here?
That's our ring. Must be Elizabeth. You answer it, Lum.
No, all right. You get to work on the tracks.
Yeah, tell her I just left. Yeah. See now how these things
Jot them
work.
down, Store. Merry Christmas. Mom? Oh, yeah, he's just getting ready to leave for home now, Elizabeth.
Them two together, right like that.
Yes, Mom, I'll tell him to hurry.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. Goodbye. I believe you'd better get right home, Abner. Elizabeth says all the relays are waiting for you.
Yeah, well, I'm going right away. Am I doing this all right, Lum?
No, you're supposed to make a kind of a circle out of them.
Huh?
You got them tracks running every which way.
Oh.
Here, let me show you.
Yeah, well, maybe you better do that. I'll tell you, I'll set up this depot here, and I'll put this tunnel up. I'm more of a tunnel man, I believe.
Better follow the directions on them. I don't want you to get that all mixed up, too. Look here, you got some of this track upside downwards, even.
Well, for the land's sake.
Train's got to run on them little tracks.
What's wrong with me? I never noticed that.
You ain't a railroad man.
Mixed up here. I'll watch this. Don't if a young'un puts these things together, I ought to be able to do it. Oh, say, Lum, here's a letter that dropped out of your pocket when you bent down there just a minute ago.
Huh?
Ain't that yours?
Oh, yeah. It's come today. It's from an aunt of mine up in Wisconsin. You recollect her.
Aunt Minnie?
Aunt Minnie.
Yeah, she's the one that always calls you her favorite nephew.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well.
Hand me a piece of track next to you there.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
She sent me some money and told me to buy myself a nice Christmas present with it.
She did?
Yeah, that's kind of aunt to have, ain't it?
Well, bless her heart. Bless her little heart.
Well, here's a piece of double track.
Huh?
Must be a switching place or something.
Oh. Now, what you going to buy yourself with the money, Lum?
Oh, I don't know. Hadn't thought much about it. Can't think of nothing I want, hardly. There's more track here than I figured there was.
It's a big outfit.
We might have to run this clean around the pickle barrel.
Doggy, that'll be a good place for the tunnel right there. Believe I'll put it over right now.
Yeah. Hey, Abner, speaking about Christmas presents, I ain't got around to buying nothing for you yet.
Oh, well, I don't want nothing, Lum.
Well, I want to get you something, though. What would you like?
Blow me, I don't know what I'd like. Just forget it this year.
No, I ain't going to forget it. You get the phone this time, Abner.
Well, I can't leave right now, Lum. This depot will fall apart if I do.
Well, I can't leave neither. I'm right in the middle of something.
Yeah, more likely just Elizabeth anyway, and I can't go right now.
Yeah, more than like. Well, evening, Miss Clayton.
Evening, Lum.
Abner, get up and wait on Miss Clayton.
I can't get up. You wait on her, Lum. You're closer than I am.
Yeah, but what I'm doing is more important. Just look around the store, Miss Clayton. Take your time deciding what you want.
Well, I know what I want. Some of these cranberries here, about 2 pounds.
Yeah, well, look them over and see what kind you want. Hand me that screwdriver, Lum.
Yeah.
You just got one kind here. Leastwise, that's all I can see.
Uh-huh. How's this looking, Lum?
You got the depot kind of crooked there, ain't you, Abner?
Are you fellas going to sell me some cranberries, or ain't you?
Just help yourself there, Miss Clayton. Take what you want.
But there ain't no sacks here.
Uh-huh. Does that look better, Lum?
Yeah. Just leave your money on the counter, Miss Clayton.
Well, I bound you Mr. Huddleston can find time to wait on a customer.
There, that takes care of the tracks. Get out the cars and the engine now.
Yeah, I'm dying to see that.
Anything else you want, Miss Clayton? Oh, for goodness sake. She's gone.
Huh?
Reckon what made her run off and leave that away?
I don't know. You never can tell about women folks. Don't be lump. Looky here. There's a regular little baggage car. Look at
Why,
that.
sure. They always have
Well,
them.
ain't that cute?
Here, hand all the cars to me, and I'll hook them up.
Well, I ought to have some of the cars, aren't I?
No, I know more about this. Besides, you got to take this cord and plug it into the light socket. That's one of the most important jobs there is, right there.
It is. All right, Dogies, give me that cord. Hand it here. I'll fix it up.
Well, howdy.
Well, howdy, Granpap. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Is this socket all right here, Long?
Yeah, that's fine, Abner. You fellas got any Christmas tree decorations left? No, sir, don't believe we have, Granpap. We ain't got none, have we, Abner?
Yeah, we got a few left. There's some Kendall stuff over there.
Whereabouts is it at? My specs is all steamed up. I can't hardly see nothing, hardly.
Why, it's in a box just south of the depot there, Granpap.
South of the depot?
Yeah. All right, Lum, I'm all set here with the switch now. You want me to turn it on?
Not yet. I got to fix something here first. Did you say the depot, Abner?
Yes, that's what I said.
Well, I ain't got time to go clean to the county seat after decorations. I want 'em tonight. This is Christmas Eve.
I never said you had to go to the county seat.
Yes, you did. You said depot. I heard what you said.
Well, the depot is right here.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Listen, Abner Peabody, I've lived around these parts too many years for you to tell me where the depot's at. A little dried-up varmint like you.
Now,
say so.
don't start no fussing around here, Granpap. I meant the decorations is right over there in that box, right over there.
Abner, don't let him walk there. He's liable to ruin everything.
Wait a minute, Granpap. We ain't got no decorations after all. You better go over to Dick Huddleston's store, I believe.
Yes, sir. You bet your life I'm going over there, and I ain't never going to come in here again, neither. If I live to be 190-year-old, I ain't never going to set a foot inside this...
Merry Christmas, Granpap.
Merry Christmas. This con store as long as I live. I hate this closet.
You got it fixed yet, Lum?
Yeah, I believe so.
Doggy, that Granpap sure gets himself upset over nothing at all.
Don't he?
Mad enough to buy it.
Yeah, all right now, Abner, watch this. I think this is the right button to press.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. Doggy, look at her go. Good for the train. Look at it go there.
Cutest thing I ever seen. And look here, I can make it go faster or slower, too. See, it's
Well, I do know what they won't think of. Here, let me do that one.
No, now you're allowed to break it.
I won't. Let me do it just
No,
once now.
I'd better be the engineer. I'm more experienced.
I'm just as experienced as you are now, Lum. Let me work that one time.
Wonderful world and Merry Christmas.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas, Cedric. We're busy now, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. I just come in to buy Papa a present. You fellas got any suggestions?
No, we ain't, Cedric. What'd you give him last year?
Oh, let's see. Last year I gave him 2 packages of BBs for my BB gun.
Well, that was nice. Come on now, Lum. Let me run it one
Oh,
time.
boy, is this an electric train?
Uh-huh.
Boy, that's it right there. That's what I'm going to buy my Papa. Romp it up for me. I'll take it.
Romp it up. Well, you don't want to buy this, Cedric.
Of course not, Cedric. This ain't a very good one, I don't
Oh, no, it's no good at all,
I
Cedric.
don't care. I want it anyways. Romp it up.
Well, now, wait a minute, Cedric. Get away from that now. That's done sold. That's what, yes, it's done been sold.
Oh, who bought it?
Oh, some feller.
Oh, shucks. Who was it?
I don't know. He was in an awful hurry.
What did he look like?
Cedric, I don't know. I couldn't tell. Let me play it that now, Lum.
Well, why couldn't you? The lights was on, wasn't they?
Yeah, I couldn't see his face, Cedric. He had a mask on, I think.
A mask?
Yeah.
What was it, the Lone Ranger, was it?
Might have been. I don't know.
Oh, goody. Which way did he go?
South, I believe it was.
South.
Yeah.
Boy, I've always wanted to get a look at the Lone Ranger. I'll see you fellers later. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Cedric. Now, Lum, let me run the train. Now, you've been doing it for a half hour now.
It ain't been that long.
It has done it.
Besides, I'm just trying to check everything to see it's in good working condition.
Well, I'll check it for you.
Wait a minute. There went the phone again.
Oh, my.
More likely Elizabeth. Now, you better get on home before you get into trouble.
Well, are you going home, too?
Well, not right away. I'll straighten things up around here first.
All right, Doggies, I'm going to stay, too, then.
No, now it's Christmas Eve, Abner, and your folks are waiting for you to decorate that tree.
Lum, do you still want to get me a Christmas present?
Well, sure I do. Natural.
Well, I've just decided what I want. That electric train, that's what I want you to get me.
Oh, Grannies, that's a shame, Abner. It's just been sold.
Sold? Why, I was just fooling Cedric when I said that, Lum.
I know, but it's actually been sold.
Who bought it?
Oh, a lady.
What lady?
A lady that lives up in Wisconsin. She just now bought it for her favorite nephew.
Well, it looks as though Lum is going to have a very Merry Christmas this year, doesn't it? And, folks, may this be a very Merry Christmas for you. May the spirit of Christmas and the hope it brings for peace and goodwill among men remain with you always. May the years which lay ahead be good to you and yours. This is the Christmas wish for you from Lum and Abner, their sponsors, the Miles Laboratories, makers of Alka-Seltzer and one-a-day brand vitamin tablets, and from your announcer, Lou Crosby.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Charlie Redfield finally made good his threat that he would sue Cedric for breach of promise, for leaving daughter Winifred waiting at the church on her wedding day. The trial is scheduled to begin today, and as we look in on a little community, we find most of the townsfolk gathered in what is serving as the courtroom that was formerly Ira Hodgkin's livery stable. Right now we can see Abner Peabody, counsel for the defense, approaching Clerk of Courts Milford Spears. Listen.
Granpap. Hey. That Lum says he's ready to start now. He's got his robe on and everything.
His bathrobe?
No, his Justice of the Peace robe. Oh, well, it's his lodge robe, that's what it is, but he uses that for this, you know, that long black one.
Oh, yeah.
So he wants you to go ahead and call the trial to order, whatever it is you do.
Yeah, all right. Quiet, everybody. Simmer down, simmer down. Municipal Court of the Township of Pine Ridge, Arkansas is now in session. Justice of the Peace, Lum Edwards presiding. All rise, please.
I do, Miss Barton.
Hush up, Abner. The court's in session.
Oh, excuse me. Doggies, look at old Lum there walking in there, see? Looks like a king or something in that long robe, don't he?
Yeah, old Lum loves this. Look at him strut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wait a minute. I'll help you up, Lum.
I can get up by myself. Just stop laughing.
Oh.
Everybody, please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody. Howdy, Miss Barton. Before I start the trial, there's a couple of public announcements I'd like to make. First, I'd like to thank Ira Hodgkins for letting us hold the trial in the liver stable. And second, I never know Ira had a cow.
Yeah, just bought her the other day, yeah.
Well, I better close that door there. I want the cow to keep interrupting us.
I close it, but it keeps swinging open by itself all the time.
And second, I want to announce that when the court's in session, the Jot 'em Down store will be closed. But this won't work no hardships on nobody, because the court will just be in session over the noon hour.
Well, now, wait, Your Honor. I object to that.
Objection over reinstated. Sit down, Squire.
Well, Lum, this will drag the trial out for several days. Why, I couldn't even get started in an argument in that short of time.
I'm running this court, Squire. Besides, everybody's got jobs to do these days. They can't sit around here all day. Don't forget there's a war going on. All right, we'll now proceed. Mr. Clerk, will you start impaneling the jury?
Granpap, he's talking to you.
What'd you say, Lum? Draw some names out of that hat so we can pick a jury. Abner will help you there.
Yeah, sure, I'll help. Here, you hold the hat and I'll draw out the names, Granpap.
Attention, everybody. If you hear your name called, just come up here and take a seat in the jury box. All right, proceed.
The first one is, Mrs. Myrtle Barton.
That's it. Just come right on up here, Miss Barton.
Mrs. Elsie Pomeroy. Mrs. Ruth Smith. Mr. Snake Hogan. Howdy, Snake.
Abner, just read the names.
Mrs. Emma Bates. Mr. Ulysses S. Quincy. Mrs. Ione Abernathy. Mrs. Bessie Blevins. Mrs. Ed Clayton. How's Ed feeling now? Let's let it go. Mr. Otis M. Masters. And Mrs. Charity Spears.
Will somebody sitting next to Grandpa Masters wake him up and tell him to come up to the jury box? Yeah, thank you very much. And will somebody close that door again? Yeah, thank you. All right, Abner. One more name. You just got 11 so far.
Mr. Cedric Weehan.
All right, that's fine. The jury box is all filled now.
Yeah.
Say, Sherry, did you get my socks darned before you come over here today? Grandpap, hush up. You can't talk to your woman. She's on the jury now.
Oh, excuse me. I just figured I ought to have another pair of socks because I'm feared my new shoes are a little too big for me. New shoes? Dog, did you get some new shoes, Grandpa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, got them yesterday.
Well,
Listen to me walk in them. Don't that sound good?
Oh, me, them sure do squeak nice, don't they?
Oh, my.
Yeah, them's dandy.
All right, Grandpap, sit down. The court's in session.
Oh, better sit down, Grandpa.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the case which is about to be tried in this court is as follows. To wit, Winifred Redfield of Pine Ridge versus again Cedric Wolfgang Weehunt for breaching the promise. Miss Winifred's lawsuit for the amount of $1,000 for the suffering that this has caused her, which is a little ridiculous.
I object to that, Your Honor.
Yeah, me too, Squire, but we got to give 'em a fair trial. Now then, members of the jury, I want you to look at the folks taking part in this trial and see if you know any of them. That's the plaintiff, Winifred Redfield, sitting there next to her attorney, Squire Skimp, and the defendant is Cedric Wait a minute, where about Cedric at?
Here I am over here, Mr. Lum.
For the land's sakes, he's on the jury, Lum.
Cedric, get out of there. You ain't supposed to be on the jury.
Of course not.
Mr. Abner called my name.
Yeah, I did, Lum.
Can't help that. Come over here and sit by Abner. He's your counsel for this trial.
Well, I believe I'd rather stay here, Mr. Lum. This way I'll be sure of getting one vote.
Doggy, that's right. Let him stay there, Lum.
I object to this, and I refuse to be overruled this time, Your Honor.
Well, you won't be, Squire. Come on, Cedric. Get out of the jury box. It ain't legal for you to be there.
All right, but I'd rather stay here. I can the trial better.
Grandpap, go over and close that door again. Close it good this time.
Doggy, I'd love to get me a pair of them shoes.
Thanks, Abner.
Oh.
Well, we'll need another juror now. Draw another name out of that hat there.
Yeah. Well, Abner Peabody, good for me.
Well, wait a minute. Come back here, Abner. You can't be on the jury neither.
Oh.
Draw another name.
Oh.
You're a counsel for the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Grandpap, hurry up and sit down. Them shoes of yours are driving me starker than mad crazy.
Mrs. Agnes Macmillan.
That's it, Miss Macmillan. Come right on up. Take Cedric's place there. All right, now, members of the jury, you've all looked at the defendant and the plaintiff and their attorneys. Now then, are you acquainted with any of them? Yeah. All of them? Well, that's good. I know you'll all be non-unprejudiced then. That's all I wanted to ask you. Mr. Peabody.
Yeah.
As counsel for the defendant, do you want to challenge the jury?
My Lord, me no, Lum. I don't believe there's one up there I could whip. Besides, I ain't mad at none of them.
I mean, do you want to excuse any of them?
Excuse them? What'd they do?
No, I mean, just forget about it. On second thought, I don't believe you would challenge nobody no way.
No, I wouldn't. No, sir.
Squire, as counsel for the plaintiff, how about you?
Why, no, I don't believe so, Your Honor. I'd say that we have as fine and upstanding a jury as we could possibly have. I can easily tell that they're all brilliant, broad-minded, intelligent people. All intelligent enough to see that Miss Redfield is entitled to win this case. Yes, we accept the jury as it is now constituted, Your Honor.
Well, good. Good for you, Squire. Mr. Clerk, will you swear in the jury?
Grandpap, that's you.
Yeah. Wait, Grandpap. You don't have to walk over there. You can just swear him in right where you're at now.
Well, all right.
I do love to walk in these shoes, so raise your right hand. You swear before this court that you'll judge this case fair and impartially and solely upon the evidence presented to you during the trial, so help you. Abner, you get the door this time.
Yeah, I'll get it.
All right, I reckon we're ready to start the proceedings now. Counsel for the plaintiff, do you want to make an opening speech to the jury?
Why, yes, I would like to, Your Honor. However, I'll make it brief and confine my remarks to outline what we intend to prove during the action of this trial.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. We'll have a short recess.
Now, wait now, Lum. You can't call a recess right now.
Now, can't I?
Why, of course not.
All right, then recess is over. Proceed.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as counsel for poor, broken-hearted, unfortunate, destitute Winifred Redfield, Lum, can't you shut that cow up? The jury can't hear me with that noise going on.
I'll take care of it for you, Squire. Granpap, go over and shut that door again.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as counsel for my poor, unfortunate client, great Scott, Granpap, stop making all that racket.
Well, I ain't closed the door yet.
Well, just let it go. The cow stopped anyway. Just stay where you are now till I get through with my speech here.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I expect I better close it after all,
By George, Lum, you've got to do something about this. This is obstructing justice. It's contempt of court.
Just
That's
a
what it
second,
is.
Squire. I'll take care of it. Grandpap, close the door from the other side this time and stay in there with the cow. That'll keep both of you quiet. Yeah, that's better. And I want all the rest of you folks to keep quiet till Squire's done talking. All right, Squire, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as counsel for the plaintiff, poor, broken-hearted Miss Redfield, I intend to prove during this...
Time's up. We got to get back to the store.
What's that, Lum?
Court's adjourned. Come on, Abner, let's go. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Aye, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric's trial, in which he's being sued for breach of promise by Winifred Redfield, has gotten underway. After Cedric was convinced that it was not quite legal for him to be on the jury, 12 good and true citizens were selected to sit in the jury box, and Squire Skimp opened for the plaintiff. The second day of the trial's over now. The old fellows are seeking diversion at the regular Tuesday night meeting of the Golden Era Discussion Club. As we look into the little community, it's evening, and we find that the meeting has already started over at Abner's house. The secretary is reading the minutes. Listen.
Was held at the home of President Lum and Abner. We taken up the high-class culture subject of the philosophy of Spinoza, but it finally come out that Spinoza was a string musical instrument invented about 1490.
Strike that last part out, Mr. Secretary. I found out that we was right in the first place.
Huh?
Spinoza was a philosopher after all.
Not according to the book I looked it up in.
Man, you must have got it wrong. Strike that out and go on with the minutes.
All right, I still say it. Paul, get away from them curtains now and quit peeking in here at us. I don't know what I'm going to do with that girl.
Oh, she ain't bothering us none. Go on.
All the members of the club got a heap of culture out of the meeting. Refreshments were served, and a high-class time was had by all.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. All them in favor, accepting the minutes as read, signify by the same sign.
Hey.
Grannies, is that all the A's we got tonight?
I reckon so. Cedric, the Ulysses, ain't got here yet. And Grandpa Masters done fell asleep already.
Yeah, he ought to give up these meetings, Grandpa ought to. Can't stand this night life like us young fellers can. We ought to put an age limit on this. That's what we ought to do. Keep out them old codgers.
Old codgers? Grandpa Masters is a month and 4 days younger than you, Granpap.
Why, he ain't no such a thing.
He is done it.
All right. Let's not get that argument started again. I've heard that once. I've heard it 1,000,000 or 1,000 times. The idea of this Golden Era Discussion Club is to get cultured, not to fuss at one another. Abner, get up and look out the window and see if you can see Cedric or Ulysses coming.
Well, they'll ring the doorbell when they get here.
Yeah, I'll get up and look, Lum. No need to make a old feller like Abner get up out of his rocking chair.
Yeah, who's the old feller?
All right, Abner, just skip it. Say, Granpap, have you tried oiling them shoes of yours?
Oiling them?
Yeah.
No, sirree, sir. I tried that once on a pair of shoes and might not ruin them. Now, how could that ruin them?
Why, taking all the squeak right out of them.
Oh.
Fact is, I never was able to get them shoes to squeak again as long as I had them. Finally, I had to throw them away.
Well, why didn't you just take them back to the store where you got them and tell it? Wait a minute. That's more likely Ulysses. I'll let him in.
Yeah, I'll let him in. I'm already up. You need to rest anyways, Abner.
Prattle.
Wonderful world.
Oh, Cedric,
Yeah, come in, Cedric. Meeting's already started. Just shake the snow off inside here. Abner don't care.
Yeah, no, you don't neither now, Cedric.
Sorrowful I'm late, but I thought the meeting was supposed to be over at Mr. Ulysses' house tonight.
Well, it was. Fact is, it's supposed to be over there last week, too, but every time Ulysses figures some new excuse out.
Yeah, what was his excuse this time?
Oh, he claimed that his woman and the young'uns was making up a batch.
Claimed what?
Well, sit down and stop walking around, and maybe you can hear me, Granpap. Sit down now. Can't talk over them shoes. I said he claimed his woman and the young'uns was making up a batch of taffy candy for the USO, and they was making such a big batch of it that they had to pull the taffy from the kitchen clean into the parlor.
Oh, for the law, me say.
That's what he claimed. Said he'd feared he'd interrupt the meeting to have the young'uns running backwards and forwards through the parlor with the taffy all evening. All right, Pearl, that's enough now. Go on back in the kitchen.
What do you mean that's enough?
Well, I told her she could look at Cedric for a couple of seconds when he come in.
Look at Cedric?
Yeah.
She saw him before.
Yeah, but he's a celebrity now since he's got himself in his court trial for breaching a promise.
Oh.
By the way, Cedric, little Pearl wants your autograph, too, as soon as you learn how to ride a little better.
Yes, Mom. Say, what happened at my trial today?
What happened? Well, you was there, wasn't you?
Yes, Mom, but I went to sleep.
Oh.
Besides, I couldn't understand a way. See, I had to work extra hard at the defense plant last night.
Yeah, sure. Well, what did happen, Mom?
No, not much. Squire Skimp finally made his opening speech to the jury, told all how he had witnesses to prove that Cedric actually proposed to Winifred Redfield and signed the marriage license and all.
He never actually proposed to her. That was just a mistake.
Of course it was. And before this trial's over, I'm going to tell the jury exactly what happened.
Yes, sir.
Or that is, you are, Abner. I keep forgetting that you're Cedric's lawyer.
Oh, doing pretty good, too, ain't I?
Well, yeah, so far.
Might take that up for my livelihood here.
But you ain't had to do nothing yet.
Huh?
Remind me to tell you what I want you to say tomorrow before we go over to the trial.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Well, what else happened in court today, Mr. Lum?
Well, that's about all, Cedric. We fed Iris cow and then adjourned.
Fed his cow?
Yeah, that's part of the deal, you know. Iris letting us hold the trial in the liver stable if we keep his cow fed.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Doggy, that must be Ulysses. Now we can get the discussion started.
Yeah, hope old Ulysses is in a brainy mood again tonight.
Well, evening, Ulysses, old boy. Come on in.
Yeah, evening, Ulysses. How's everything?
Oh, okay.
Good. Glad to hear it. We've already started the meeting, but we ain't begun the discussion yet, though.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you know, Ulysses?
Okay.
Order, Mr. Ulysses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Just sit right there, Ulysses. Pearl, get back to the kitchen now. Girl's going to be the death of me yet.
Well, I reckon we're all ready now for a good lively discussion. Everybody all set?
Okay, here.
Well, good. Fellow members of the Golden Era Discussion Club, the high-class culture subject for tonight is a famous painting. It's called the Mona Lisa. It's painted by a high-class culture painter named I reckon that's supposed to be Leonard da Vinci.
Now, what's that last name? Vinci?
Yeah, I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Vinci.
Don't believe I recollect the name. Cherry Hill boy, is he, Lum? No, Granpap, he don't live around here. He's famous.
One of the most famous painters there is.
How is he on Barnes, Lum?
I don't know, Ulysses. I'm feared he'd be way yonder too expensive for you to hire.
My barn painted.
Pearl, I told you to stop peeking through them curtains. Now, you go on out there and help your mama fix them sandwiches.
Venke, Leonard Venke. I recollect a Leonard Muncie lives south of Hatfield there. Don't believe he ever taken up painting, though.
Okay.
What'd you say, Ulysses?
I said okay.
Oh, yeah. See what you mean. Good comment, Ulysses.
Of course, now, Leonard might have taken up painting. He was in the Halloween novelty business there for a long time. Reckon he had a lot of spare time on his hands. Now, he might have took up painting. I don't know.
Pearl, get away from her
No,
now.
Granpap, we're talking about a different Leonard.
Well, I'd know Leonard anywhere. I even bought a witch's costume for him once. Size medium.
Witch costume? Now, what did you want with a thing like that, Granpap?
Well, I never special wanted Abner, but Leonard gave me such a good bargain on it, I just couldn't turn it down hardly.
Sure.
I wore it one time to clean out the chimney. Fit right good, too.
Well, look, fellow members, we're getting off the subject. What we're supposed to be discussing is the famous picture this Leonard Venke painted. I brung a book along. It's got a copy of the Mona Lisa in it, and I'm going to pass it around and let you all look at it.
Oh, good. I love to look at pictures. Just love them.
Boy, me too.
Here, you started, Ulysses.
Okay.
I believe we'll be able to discuss it a little better after we look at it.
Yeah, let me see it, Ulysses.
Pass it around.
Thank you. Now, who is this woman, Lum?
That's Mona Lisa.
Huh?
That's one of the most famous paintings in the world, according to the book there.
Well, I do know. Can you see it, Granpap?
Yeah, too bad she didn't frizz her hair up a little before she had her picture painted.
Yeah, she oughter fixed herself up a little bit. Elizabeth, a note about this, she could have loaned Liza a Sunday dress to wear. Might not fit, but it'd look a heap better than that than she's got
Well,
on.
now, wait a minute, fellas. Careful what you say about this picture. It's one of the best in the world, you know. Just recollect that. In fact, it's supposed to be Leonard Venke's masterpiece. Says he spent 4 years painting it.
4 years?
Yes, sir.
For the land sakes, little Pearl can turn out a watercolor painting in one afternoon recess over at school.
Well, this is a whole lot better than anything Pearl can do, though.
She's pretty good.
How do you like the picture, Cedric?
Oh, I don't like it much. Something about her hair reminds me of Winifred Redfield.
Oh, Cedric, this don't look like Winifred. Have to have a bunch of big teeth sticking out there to look like Winifred.
Yes, sir.
Say, that reminds me, too, Granpap. You know how old Charlie Redfield has always claimed he was a elk?
Yeah.
I found out he never even joined up with them. That ain't no elk's tooth he wears on his watch chain. That's just one of Winifred's baby teeth.
For goodness sake.
It is.
Well, I noticed it had a filling in it.
Yeah.
Grannies, I've always suspected old Charlie was wearing that on his watch. Wait a minute, though. We're getting off the subject here. Let's continue our discussion on the Mona Lisa. Now that you've all had a good look at it, what do you think about it?
Well, it's just a picture of some woman named Liza. That's all I can see. I reckon it's all right.
All right. It's just the greatest one picture in the world, that's all. Fact is, it says in this book here that Mona Lisa's been hung in the Louvre Museum in Paris.
Been hung?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
my goodness, what in the world could she have done to get hung? She don't look like a mean woman.
No, she don't.
No.
Fact is, for a woman that's just been hung, she don't look bad at all.
No.
Wait a minute, you got that wrong. I just mean the picture's been hung in the big museum.
Huh?
At least ways it was when this book was wrote. I don't know where the picture's at now.
Oh, well, I reckon that ends the discussion. Wait a minute, though. I just got an idea, Lum. Hi, Dogus, why don't we get a batch of copies of that picture and put them on our store calendars this year for the Jot 'em Down store?
Put them on our calendar.
Yeah, you said you wanted to have something extra good on them this year.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that. It wouldn't be right.
But didn't you say this was the greatest picture in the world?
Yeah,
Didn't you
but-
say is that Leonard Venke's masterpiece?
Yeah, but we can't do it.
Well, why not?
'Cause them calendars are importance to our business. I want them to look nice. Nobody don't want a picture like that hanging around on the wall. I sort of had in mind a picture of an Indian girl, Pocahontas, with a feather stuck up in her hair.
Oh.
This is all right, but for real art, I like them Indian pictures.